This is JKalenad with another Galactic Adventures walkthrough of one of my adventures. This time it's Creature Scan, which is significantly shorter than Frozen was. So I'm just gonna show you how to talk you through how to do the adventure. So I'm beamed down and I pick up this scanner thingy and I go to the place that's marked on my map. It's another frosty planet, but not as frozen as the planet on Frozen was. This is I designed this planet to be a T2 planet, so it's not quite perfect. I used the Crater Arena template, so I'm giving this thing to these Silatardo thingies, and I programmed them to. There's 3 different kinds. I gave them to one kind. I gave the scanner to one kind, and then that kind gives it to another kind, and that kind is supposed to give it to the alpha, but for some reason it's just kind of, it doesn't give it to them unless it's aware of it, and it's just kind of standing around. So I'm just gonna wait. Okay. Come on, get over. Get you. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Okay. So just so you know, the Silatardo with 72 hit points is supposed to give it to the ones with 96 hit points, and they're supposed to give it to the alpha. So if the 96 hit point, I'm just going to speed through this part because it's a bit of walking. But if the 96 hit point Silatardo does not give it to the alpha, just shove that Silatardo. Just keep poking it. Don't kill it, but keep shoving it until it gets to that alpha. Well, I guess you could kill it and just take it back. But, I don't know. I didn't program this adventure with that in mind. So here are these other creatures, and I gave them the scanner. And this one should give it to the alpha after a bit. There we go, and the alpha should give it back to me. There we go. Okay, so that's done. And now I have to find the other creature. Another creature. I used the Crater Arena template for this planet. And I wanted to make it seem like it was terraformed by a spacefaring game. Like someone who was playing Spore and said, oh, this planet, and then terraformed it. That's why there are 2 creature-tweaked creatures on this planet. So here are these other creatures, the Koukash, I think, I don't know. And they're kind of like spider monkeys, literally. So I'll give it to... Originally I was going to make it a T1 planet, but I decided not to, because that would only be 3 creatures. I wanted my adventure to be more in-depth than that. Yeah, the creature is always supposed to give it back to you. It'll always give it back to you. So I'm gonna go find another creature to give this to. At some point I'll make a planet that's hot, because I've noticed that I think all of my Biosphere Collapse was on a T3 planet, but most of my other adventures have been on cold planets. The canoe missions are on a cold planet. This is on a cold planet. Frozen is on a cold planet. The only two adventures that aren't on cold planets are on T3 planets. You'll notice the spice geysers are blue. I always do that. I try to do that. I try to implement spice geysers on the planets. Because I want it to be, I want it to look like it's an actual planet in the Spore game that you're beaming down to. Because the adventure creator is so powerful, and I don't really have any problem with the adventures that constrict you to a single valley or something. But I don't quite understand. I understand it, but I mean, I prefer to make these wild planet adventures as opposed to constricting the player to one place. And sure, it's tedious and boring sometimes, you're walking all over the place, but so was the creature phase. The creature phase was tedious and boring in the sense that you walked all over the place. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to bring it back to the creature phase. So you're beaming down and doing all sorts of things. So I gave it to him. And it should give it to Alpha. The Alpha hands it to me, but I don't take it for some reason. Because I found that if you, excuse me. I found that if you, interrupt the animation of picking it up, you won't pick it up. Oh, I just took it. Okay, well, I was saying something, but I forget what it was. So I need to find the next creature, the roaming rogue creature. Yeah, I wanted to bring this back to, like, the creature phase. Oh, there's a spice geyser. There's something, what I did with these spice geysers. See, another thing, me going back to the creature phase, but with space technology. I'm jumping into this spice geyser, and I hid. In every spice geyser, I hid a jump pad. Partially so you don't get stuck in it, and partially to exemplify the creature phase where you could ride spice geysers. Yeah, it's a little. Yeah. That was a herd of Fisper or whatever they were. Unlocking. Oh, there's a hut. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna skip. Not really skip, but I know that I'll need this fish platter later on, so I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna hold it. Because I know I'm going to need it later on, and it'll just save time anyway. It'll save time later down the road. Because of those things. I think that's what I need to give the scanner to. I think I just saw one. There we go. I give it to him and he gives it right back. Okay. And now I need to bring this fish platter to these, I forget what they're called, L'Hermitage, I think. And see, these things, they'll attack things, but if you attack them, they run away. So I brought it to him, and now I can scan it with the scannery thingy. And once I do, the adventure will be done. There we go.